Okay, a quick run through of putting in my electric fence for the garden from beginning to end. So I had to get an energizer. I got a Patriot PE2, so 2 miles of fence, 8 acres. I believe it's 0.1 joules. And I got that off of eBay for like half price. And it works fine. So I'm hanging that in the garage next to an outlet, and then I had to run the positive and negative wires, the ground and the live wire, down and through a hole that I drilled in the house, which is just the garage. I'm going to get a surge protector plug for here, but I haven't settled on one yet. And they recommend to, we don't have the fence spread out over acres and acres, but if you can help it, I guess it's probably a good idea to unplug it during a lightning storm. But they're talking more or less for energizers like on farms, and they're hundreds, $500, $700 for those. So, I mean, I wouldn't want to blow this out, but we're only talking $20 to $50. So it's going to plug in here. And then it comes out here, and I just ran it along my deck here underneath the edge. I screwed some question mark anchors in there and just ran it all along here. And then I put a piece of 2x4 here just to, it happens to be orange because we had a sandbox that these were on, and I took them off. I thought that'd be a good idea. That you can see that it's orange, and you can see that the wire's there for cutting the grass or weed whacking. And I ran the wires down, and then they're going in the same pipe that my hose is going through for the garden. And then it comes up out here. And I'm going to dig this down a little bit to bury it, push them under the deck. So then here's your ground wire. And I had to drive an 8-foot grounding rod in, hammered it down to a few inches. I had it up a little higher, but it was going to be too close to this bottom wire, so I hammered it down further. So then the positive wire was running underneath the deck, and I was able to get it underneath all the way to here, to where I come up, and I go to switch, and here's the switch. I'll turn it off. Everything's off right now. So I connected it to up here, and then I ran another piece of the insulated wire from here down to the gate hook, and then I ran a piece of the line that goes around for the fence down to the first rung here. And I got these, they're not crimps, they go together with the bolt, and you can take it apart if you want to. And then I don't know if this makes any difference or not, but I joined these 3 together because I bought a pack of 6 of these, so they're all connected together. And then the thin wire, the fence wire, is just run one continuous zigzag starting from over here. I started here, went down and over, down and over, and then did the same thing on each side, right around. And I had to put these 2x4s in. I thought that was the easiest thing to do than to make or buy some kind of insulators for this fence, because it's not a standard fence of any kind that they make anything for. And since this is, if I had one here, the wire I think would be really close to the 2x4 here. So I had enough, because I had to buy 2 bags of these. I had enough, so I put them in there just to be sure. And then it just zigzagged on this side. It zigzagged on this side. then I started at the bottom, went over, and then the top one ended right here. And that's it. And then I did the same thing on the gate, and the gate is all separate. So I started up here, and I zigzagged, did it all the way down to the bottom. I put 2 rows on the bottom because the gate sticks out a little further, and I thought, well, that'll be a little less space for a critter to get up into there without getting zapped. So, and then got another gate hook here, and I connected that with a piece of the same wire down to here. So then that's going to complete the circuit. And then I have a piece of the insulated wire connected to the other end here. Twisted that nicely and tight there. And then I made I bared the wire, and then I just barely have it in there, and it's holding tightly. It's wedged in there. But then from here over, it's bare and it loops around the nut here. Then I just tighten that down. And then this connects to here. And this is spring loaded, so I just have it to be enough pressure to hold it, and the gate won't open. It kind of wedges in a little bit because this board is crooked or warped. Looks like it's warped. So that works anyway, but it's not going to open up even if the wind were to blow or something. And then hooking this to here completes this circuit. So now the gate would be live, and then everything is turned on and off by this master switch, and then now we're all live. So that's it in a nutshell. A little bit of figuring things out, but overall pretty simple. I don't know, I expected it to be a little bit more difficult. It's just a lot of time-consuming things, putting all the insulators on and dealing with, like in my situation with the wooden spacers I had to put in, and figuring out everything so that everything could work with what I'm using. But if you're using standard fence posts, there's probably a lot of things would be a lot easier to do.